both VP Inday and former President Duterte are invited to the inauguration of President Trump. The President Bongbong Marcos is not invited, nor is any of his family. Okay. Now, bakit? Well, some people say that according to protocol, you are a head of state, pero you will be there as part of the audience. So it might not be in keeping with our local protocols that our president must only meet with his counterparts. Hindi pwedeng pababa unless he is receiving them here in the country or there are other arrangements being made. So, may ganun pa pala na issue.
Wait lang, basta tinit na ulit.
Thank you. Sabi ni Pobreng Pinoy, all I can think of as motivators: 1, display of weakness; 2, tagging the Dutertes as a security threat; 3, removing access to National Security Council. Well, let's be more specific. What was the purpose of this one? Hindi maliwanag sa umpisa, pero pag tinignan nyo dun sa whereas clauses, nakalagay dun, whereas there is a need to further guarantee that the National Security Council remains a resilient national security institution capable of adapting to evolving challenges and opportunities both domestically and internationally. And, whereas there's a need to further guarantee that the NSC ensures that its council members uphold and protect national security and sovereignty. Anong ibig sabihin nun? One of the reasons daw, according to the executive order, kung bakit tinanggal si VP Inday, bakit pinalitan nila yung laman, yung mga miyembro ng NSC? Para maniguro daw na ang mga miyembro nito ay nag-uphold ng national security and sovereignty. Sa madaling sabi, nagpaparinig sila. Dun sa mga tinanggal, yung mga tinanggal ay hindi sila sigurado will uphold national and protect national security and sovereignty. Nang i-insulto sila, and they were doing it to an executive order. Wag na tayong magkunwarian pa. Nilagay nila in the executive order that the purpose for this reorganization is to ensure that its members uphold national security and sovereignty. Anong ibig sabihin din yan? Ay namumuliti ka pa rin. Kumbaga, hello, you're talking about the stability of the state, but namumuliti ka pa rin at nakakita ka ng isang paraan para pitikin mo yung mga enemies mo. And take note that of the living presidents, si GMA is trying to be neutral but obviously is pro-Duterte. And the former President Duterte is openly against the actions of this administration. It's evident lack of response to pressing issues such as but not limited to national hunger. Diba? Ay, nako. O kaya, even the insecurity of ordinary people in relation to the rising crime rate. Ay, nako. Sabi ni Ma'am Imelda, binubusalan talaga. Oo. Sabi ni Gerald Paris Arboladora, inaari niya na Pilipinas. Inaari na niya ang Pilipinas. Watch out for his next move, Gay, please. Isa-isahin niya mga political enemies niya just like martial law, and Sarah might be put on house arrest para di na makapunta ng Manila. Let's bring him down on the 13th. I would be very mindful of our words nowadays. Bakit? Because maliwanag Normaratsyada, tumaandar na pa rin ang two things. Number 1, impeachment ni VP Inday. Number 2, People's Initiative. Akala nyo nakalimutan natin yon? Hindi inuurong ng COMELEC ang last announcement nila na malaki ang possibility na i-include nila ang referendum on people's initiative in the next elections or plebiscite. So, sabi ni Awi, akala ko pa naman makakapag-reflect sila during the Christmas season and the New Year celebration. Ngunit pareho rin pala ang galawan. They're even starting the year with this against the VP. Don't forget, against the VP and the former presidents. Okay? Siyempre, nahiya sila na i-distinguish si FPRD from the other presidents. So, lahat na lang idinamay nila. Sabi ni Bronny, this government is really something of all issues that needed to be addressed. Why EO 81? Dami nating problema, for God's sake. But that's where you might be missing something. Kaya national security, yung ginagawa niya, yung dinidiscuss niya dito. Okay? Tignan ninyo. Inasikaso nila yung National Security Council as the principal advisory body in the proper coordination and integration of plans and policies relating to or with implications on national security. They're making it appear that there are national security issues that need to be discussed and that the people who are not included in the National Security Council as reorganized by Executive Order Number 81 is because there are people who cannot be counted on to uphold national security and sovereignty. So, ibig sabihin, nagpapahiwatig din sila, oy, may mga issues ng national security. Pero merong mga tao na hindi natin pwedeng paupuin dahil they might not uphold national security and sovereignty. They might not protect national security and sovereignty. Nagpapahiwatig sila that there are some people involved in destabilizing the country. So what is next? What other things destabilize the country aside from crime rate, food, and all that? Of course, enemies of the state trying to overthrow the duly constituted authorities. So, ano yung posibleng actions aside from this? Pinapatatag nila ang National Security Council para matanggal yung mga hindi mag-uphold ng national security. Ano pa ba? Ano pa ang pwede nilang atupagin? Wait lang. Para eksakto yung words. So, pagka may unstable, there are challenges to the duly constituted authorities. What is within the power of the president to declare? Martial law, because there is when there is an invasion or rebellion and public safety requires it. So, ang tingin ko dito is may nilalatag sila. So, merong impeachment ni VP Inday, which he might use also as a destabilizing factor. Meaning, he is aware that there are people who will be willing to defend the vice president in relation to not only keeping her position but possibly expanding her participation as a public official. Meaning, pagka the president can make these as excuses for destabilization, and that the public safety requires that he might declare martial law, that he declare martial law. And what happens when there is martial law? Guess what they did in 1972. Term extensions. Diba?